Hey guys, Par's Revenge here to give you a review on this fucker right here. So this is one of the latest installments in the Guitar Hero franchise. Here's what the disc looks like for anyone who's wondering. Looks pretty cool, I guess. And for those of you that don't know, you get this game for free in the mail if you buy Guitar Hero 5 back in September. That deal's over now, but if you got it and you sent your receipt and some proof of purchase, something, one or another on the game itself, you get that copy for free within about 4 to 6 weeks. I got mine a little less than a month ago, been playing it, and I'm here to give you my review on it. But first off, since I have it for the Wii, and I have the Rock Band 2 drums, I was unable to play any of the drum songs on Guitar Hero Van Halen, because we got screwed that way. The Rock Band 2 drums don't work for any Guitar Hero games except for Guitar Hero 5, which I think, thank goodness that they do. But I couldn't play any of the Van Halen charts, so I won't be giving a review for the drums. So yeah, here we go. So the career mode is very stripped down. Very stripped down. Just like a basic play through a set list, and you can unlock another set list, play through that one, you can unlock another, until you get all the songs in the game. For each song that you do, you get money awarded like a gig, and you can buy instruments and clothing for your character and that kind of stuff. And it's just basic stuff, nothing too spectacular. If I remember, there was like 1 or 2 cutscene movies, the entire story. And that was, I honestly didn't care either way, but I know some Van Halen fans that probably want to see more cutscenes like that would probably be disappointed by that. But you know, in these times, I just want to get all the songs in the game and just play through them in quick play mode. I don't give a fuck about career mode anymore, story mode like that. So this was, I don't want to say a nice thing that happened for me, but I just like it simpler the better, I guess you can say, for this game. And for most hardcore players, they just want to get all the songs and start working on high scores and that kind of stuff. So that's sort of a pretty cool thing. But yeah, if you wanted like a vast story career mode thing with like cutscenes and that kind of stuff, kind of like Rock Band's World Tour mode, you're not going to get anything like that here, sorry. So seeing as how I and probably a lot of other people don't listen to Van Halen that often, I had no idea if I was going to like the set list or not. I saw it before I got the game, and I had no idea. Like, I didn't even know probably 80% of the songs that were on there. I could recognize some of the bands, but had no idea what the songs sounded like. So it was kind of a coin toss until I got it, and I was surprisingly impressed. The Van Halen songs are pretty good. They're a pretty damn good band. Yeah, if you're a guitarist, you'll love this game. Like, the guitarists in this game are just about legendary. They are just solid guitar charts, pretty cool bass charts. I will admit that the singing on the Van Halen songs, they tend to get sort of forgettable after a while, but still pretty solid for this kind of game. But the thing that really surprised me was the guest acts that they included. And the guest acts list was just phenomenal. I was so blown away by the guest list of the bands that were in the game. Where to begin? You got Queen's I Want It All, Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind, Pain by Jimmy World, First Date by Blink-182, and Stacy's Mom by Fountain of Wayne. Then you got Queens of the Stone Age, Deep Purple, Yellow Card, Lenny Kravitz. You just got a bunch of these amazing bands and players, and it's just good stuff. Like, I really enjoyed playing through these songs, and they're great to listen to. And I just had a blast with the set list for the guest act portion. They definitely nailed it on that part. And like I said, the Van Halen songs were great too, but I feel like the guest acts really made the game, gave it that extra punch. That really sold the game to me. I was just blown away. That's all I have to say. Now we're going to get into the individual instruments. Oh my god, these guitar charts were just great to play through the game. I really enjoyed them. And it just gave me a sense of like what Guitar Hero used to be like, back in the day. I'm not saying like Guitar Hero 3 onward was just pure shit. I'm not saying that like Guitar Hero 1 and 2 were just great. It just brought me back to the good old time when I first played Guitar Hero, and it just brings back memories in a way, I guess you can say. Not really sure how, but it did. Anyway, the guitar charts are really well made. If the song is a chord fest, they made the chord fest interesting in a way. Add like little cool guitar riffs and that kind of stuff. Lots and lots of guitar solos in the Van Halen songs. And for those of you that don't know, they included 3 of the guitar solos Eddie Van Halen made. I think it was Cathedral, Spanish Fly, and Eruption. Extremely hard. Extremely hard. Yeah, I actually haven't passed the Spanish Fly and Eruption yet because of my finger. It got fucked up and I haven't been able to play it yet. So I'm going to try and pass those. Those are really tough if you want a challenge. And overall, this guitar difficulty for the whole set list as an average, pretty medium. Pretty much a solid medium overall. I passed through all the songs on my sight read all the way up to the last song on the guitar career set list called I'm the One by Van Halen. That took me like 3 tries to get, but I got it down eventually. Then you get to play through the guitar solos. I passed Cathedral, and I've yet to pass Spanish Fly and Eruption yet, because those are really tricky. Really gotta do some stuff. Yes, they do put in the touchpad slider notes, whatever you call them, which, if you don't like them, just strum them. Just treat them like normal notes, I guess. There's not much more you can say for that. But just overall, the guitar charts, I want to say Activision put more effort into them to make them more accurate, but they just have a sense of fun when you're playing them. Like, Van Halen's like a really fun band to play on guitar, just in general, and this was just a great game for guitarists, and I can't recommend this enough for if you're a guitarist and you want the next challenge. And yeah, there's not much more to say after that. I would give the guitar portion of the game a solid 9 out of 10, most definitely. Very good, well put together, good stuff, good stuff. Now we move on to vocals.